Yo people, welcome back to the channel. So after weeks of speculation, Canelo Alvarez versus Avni Yildirim is officially announced and confirmed for February 27th at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Now, I've heard a lot of people talk about how the state of Florida in particular is quite lenient when it comes to their rules and restrictions, let's say. So that's obviously why the fight is being held in Florida rather than what was originally reported to be Guadalajara, Mexico, which is Canelo Alvarez's hometown. The reaction to this fight has obviously been that Avni Yildirim is a poor opponent. Canelo will blast him out inside the distance. That's the general consensus among the boxing public. And Canelo's coming into a lot of criticism for choosing Yildirim as an opponent. And I think that's somewhat unfair because, first of all, Avni Yildirim's a mandatory challenger, and Canelo Alvarez wants to be undisputed at super middleweight. So if Canelo Alvarez was to sidestep Avni Yildirim, he would lose the WBC belt, which would make no sense because Canelo wants to be undisputed, right? So he needs that WBC belt to be undisputed. Therefore, he will have to get Avni Yildirim out of the way first before he moves on to a unification with Billy Joe Saunders, which is reportedly confirmed for May, Cinco de Mayo weekend, May 8th. That is when Canelo will fight Billy Joe Saunders if he gets through the Yildirim fight cleanly, without any injuries, with a victory, keeping his belts. He will fight Billy Joe Saunders on May 8th. Avni Yildirim and his team have been suggesting that they're going to come in a similar style to Gennady Golovkin did against Canelo and have an all-out war with Canelo, which, it's okay to do that if you're Gennady Golovkin, but you're not Gennady Golovkin, Mr. Yildirim. You are Avni Yildirim. Avni Yildirim is very limited in comparison to Gennady Golovkin. So if Yildirim comes in with his usual style, which he most likely will, he's probably not going to last very long in there with the likes of Canelo, especially when you consider the fact that Chris Eubank Jr. disposed of Yildirim in 2 rounds. So, Yildirim has slim to no chance against Canelo in this fight. So, from that perspective, you can understand the criticism that boxing fans and experts are making about Canelo Alvarez. But, it's interesting that Canelo can fight his mandatory and he gets a load of criticism. But Gennady Golovkin can just go and fight his IBF mandatory in Kamil Szeremeta and nobody criticizes him. It's like it's okay because Golovkin fought him. So, let's have a bit of consistency here. I know a lot of people don't like Canelo because of the clenbuterol issue, and I can understand that. But let's be fair, don't criticize one fighter for a specific thing and then give another fighter a pass, Especially if you look at Canelo's last 5 fights, he's fought some serious competition in the likes of Golovkin in a rematch, then Danny Jacobs and Kovalev and Callum Smith, and also Rocky Fielding was in there. So there are some weak opponents in his last 5 fights, but the majority of them are at the top level, at the elite level. Golovkin was a title fight, Danny Jacobs was a title fight, Kovalev was a title fight with Canelo moving up in weight, Callum Smith was a title fight, so all I'm asking for is some consistency from boxing fans, and I want to know what you guys think about the Canelo Yildirim fight. Are you critical of Canelo, and tell me why? Like the video if you did enjoy, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and remember to turn on post notifications to stay notified whenever I upload a new video.